We're going to start just in a seated. You can lie on your back or take a tall seat, whatever feels good for you this morning. If you're just in bed and you don't even feel like getting up, just breathe along with us. People hop on, hop off all the time. I understand there's so many offerings out there. So just find your seat. Settle in. Quiet down. Tall spine. Lifted spine. Deep breath in, long sigh out. If it feels good, put one hand on your heart, one hand on the low belly. Then put them there. If it feels good to unite your hands in front of your heart, set them there. If it feels right to set your palms up or down on your knees or thighs, set them there. Right, so this is where the body informs the mind. And then we'll just take time to connect awareness. First of all, to how your physical body feels this morning. And that awareness informs the physical awareness, forms your mental awareness. And then gently invite that connection to move to your breath. You're just aware of the breath that comes in through the nose and the breath that goes out through the nose. And by connecting that awareness, the awareness could spread to the rise and fall, how your lungs feel, how the breath, the temperature of the breath, the quality of the breath, whatever it is, you just notice where your awareness falls. Soften the skin of your shoulders. Relax the muscles around your eyes, your nose, your cheeks, your jaw, your mouth, and your ears. Enjoy 5 more inhales and 5 more exhales. And during that time, maybe a question of, what would you like to crack open like the chick? Is there some shell you want to crack open, or some struggle you want to crack through? What is struggling to be born? Take one more deep breath in and one more long breath out. Gently open your eyes if they were closed and find your way onto tabletop, your hands and knees. I've got a couple blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use books. I also have a blanket that we may be using, a rolled up blanket, or a pillow that we may be using later on. So, grab whatever you have. And if you don't have anything, that's okay too. So let's go ahead and move on to our hands and knees, right? Tabletop position. I'll demonstrate sometimes and cue most of the time. So if you can just follow my cueing, that'd be great. You don't have to look up at the screen. So go ahead and arrange yourself in tabletop. That's where your hands are directly below your shoulders And your knees are directly beneath your sitting bones, the two bones that come out of the seat of your pelvis. Good. So again, remember in the beginning, the core muscles, they're all the muscles that wrap around the spine. The spine starts at the neck and goes to the tailbone. So that's a lot of muscles wrapping around. So can you feel, as you inhale, you're going to release your belly down to the mat. You're going to move your tailbone towards the back of the skull. And then as you exhale, you're going to pull the navel to the spine and wrap the muscles all the way around the spine from the neck to the tailbone. It's called cat-cow. Inhale again. Allow the heart to move forward through your strong arms. Tailbone and back of skull try to meet. And as you exhale, draw the navel deep. Round the back. Remember this shape. We'll be visiting this shape a lot. Again, inhale, cow pose. You just release your belly to the mat. Move the heart through the strength of your strong arms. And as you exhale, pull the navel round from the crown to the tailbone. So you move at your own pace. Do 3 or 4 more rounds. Maybe closing your eyes. And again, awareness of the breath as you connect the breath with the movement. The inhale, belly releases. The exhale, you round and you gather up your strength, your core strength. Let's do 1 or 2 more. Good. We're going to meet in cat pose. So that's with a rounded spine. And from there, I'd like you to take your right knee and draw it into your nose. Just draw it in and feel as you stay here and breathe, you're drawing the thigh towards the torso, you're drawing the shin and the foot away from the ground, and you're pulling and gathering that strength. You might start to feel a little heat right here. And then go ahead, release that leg straight back out. Good. Next, exhale, do that again. Pull the knee to the nose, round the back, and hold. Feel your inner arms move in. Good. Go ahead, extend back out as you inhale. Right leg extends back out. Exhale one more time. Pull the knee into the nose. Press the earth away. Draw the navel in. Wrap the muscles around the entire spine, igniting the core. And then from there, go ahead, extend it one more time. Go ahead, just open the knee here. And come onto the fingertips of the right hand and just lift the inner knee. Feel how the outer right hip has to do some work here. It's like a fire hydrant. Extend it back out and bring it down. Good. Left side. So the left knee draws into the nose. You round, pull in your strength like you're getting compact. On the inhale, you extend the left leg all the way back out. Exhale again, pull in, press the earth away. See if you can pull the thigh a little closer towards your torso, lift the shin and the foot up. Good, and on your inhale, extend back. Do that again. Again, follow your breath. And as you're feeling the strength build in and the core pull in, see if you can relax your jaw, right? So just the muscles around the spine are working. And again, the legs and the arms, they also contribute. Let's do one more. Pull it in, wrap it up. Inhale, extend it out, bend that knee and lift up just to get a little bit of action on that outer left hip. Good. One more breath and then extend the leg straight back out and bring it down. Let's go ahead, walk your hands forward. Spread your knees, let your big toes to touch, and then slide your hips back to to child's pose. Let's keep up on the finger pads. So your forearms are lifting away from the earth and you're just stretching. Good, walk your hands over to the right. So you can allow your torso to rest right on your right thigh there. If you want to place the right palm on the earth and then stack the left palm over, and then just start to breathe into your left side body all the way from that left hip to the left fingertips. Good. Take one more breath. Feel the left side open up here. And then go ahead, travel over to your left. Again, you can allow your torso to rest on your thigh. Stack your right hand on top of your left and begin to breathe into the right side body. Right from the hip crease, right hip crease, all the way up the waist, the ribs, the armpits, all the way the length of the right arm. And just breathe here. Good. Take one more breath. Come back to the center. You'll lift your torso up, arrange your thighs so they're parallel. Keep your hands forward of your shoulders. Plant the hands firmly, curl the toes, and fly your hips up to downward facing dog. Pedal out, move, breathe. Again, this is where your body informs the mind. So just be respectful of what your body wants to do. If it wants to be still, you can be still. If it wants to pedal the feet out, you can pedal the heels, opening up the back. You might want to lift your heels up and down. Anything is correct. What does your body need? Hips side to side might feel good. Couple more breaths. And as you're here, can you feel the muscles wrap around the entire spine to support the lengthening of the spine, the lifting of the hips, the grounding of the arms and hands and feet? Good. One more breath. On your next exhale, walk your feet to your hands into a forward fold. So it's early in the practice. Respect that you might be tight in the back of your legs. Respect where you are, so bending your knees is respectful. And also, it will help to allow the spine to lengthen longer. Interlace your hands behind you. Draw your shoulders away from your ears, away from the ground, and reach the knuckles back and up any amount. Let your head just dangle. Let your head feel relaxed. And I always think of when I'm in this position, what do I want to spill out of my head? A lot. It's a lot of stuff I just want to spill out of my head. I don't want it there anymore, right? So I struggle sometimes to let go of that reoccurring junk in there, right? So take a few breaths here. Soft knees, soft expectations. One more breath. Release the hands to the ground. And then place your hands on your shins or on the ground, lengthening the spine halfway. Exhale, fold. Again, lengthen the heart forward away from the tailbone. Exhale, fold again. 2 more times. Inhaling to lengthen heart away from tailbone. Exhaling to press your feet more, lift your sitting bones, and let your torso descend. 1 more time. Halfway lift as you inhale, and then folding as you exhale. Rise all the way up to standing. Let your hands meet right over your head, joining right and left. Draw the hands down. Inhale, sweep up. As you exhale, reach from your heart to your fingertips, fold forward all the way down. Once you arrive in your forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine and the heart forward. Exhale, fold. On your inhale, rise up to stand again. Take up space. Feel the muscles wrap around your spine as you exhale forward. So it's not like gravity's pulling you down, you're in control here. Once you arrive there, another halfway lift as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Rise up. Use your musculature to rise up, not momentum. All the way up. Feel the strength. Good. One more time. Exhale. Fold forward. right? With control, feeling the muscles wrap around the spine. Once you get there, halfway lift. This time, plant your hands and step back into your high push-up position. Plank position. High push-up right here, right? Here's where we really want to tap in to the strength of the core. So first of all, feel a strong mind that knows it can envision while you're in plank. And again, you can always lower your knees. It doesn't mean you're doing anything less. It just means you are being aware and you're being very insightful of what your body needs. Right? So if you have wrist sensitivities, lower your knees. Good. So feel the muscles wrap around the entire spine and hug in. It's a good time also to feel your outer legs pull into your inner legs, outer arms pull into inner arms. Good. One more breath. You might be shaking and heat's building up already. Take an inhale, come forward so your heels are over your toes. Lower yourself all the way down. Uncurl the toes, lengthen the legs, and then just a gentle lift. Baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Another gentle lift. As arms hug in, core hugs in, upper back muscles lift, exhale down. Do that 2 more times. Just a baby cobra. Don't go for the gold or anything, just breathe. Just open the heart. You got it. And then your next exhale, press yourself back up to your plank. And then with gathering up the core muscles, lift the hips high into downward facing dog. Good. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Once they're there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up to standing. Now use your musculature to rise up, not momentum. As you exhale and fold forward, controlling, feeling the core. Hold the spine tight. Good. Once you're there, halfway lift. Hands down, step back to your plank. Knees up or down, your choice. Good. Wrap the muscles around your legs, your arms, your spine, and then lower yourself with control. Once you're on your belly, low cobra. Exhale, lower down. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, grab and gather up your strength. Press yourself back up to plank. And then downward facing dog. One more time, sun salutation A. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen, halfway lift. Lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing, using your core strength all the way up. And then as you exhale, lengthen the heart forward away from the spine. Control. So the gravity doesn't pull you down. You're in control. Once you're there, another halfway lift, lengthening the spine forward and heart. Good. Exhale, hands plant. Step back to your custom plank with knees up or down. Wrap the muscles around your legs, your arms, your spine, and lower yourself all the way down. This time, if you want to do a little bit more of a cobra, or you want to come to straight arms and lift the thighs up for upward facing dog, your choice. Good. Curl the toes wherever you're at. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. From downward facing dog, bring your left foot to the center. So left foot into the midline, just a little bit into the center. Lift your right leg up. Feel that right leg as straight as it can ever be, reaching through the toes. Good. Take an inhale. As you exhale, draw your knee to your nose, and again, gather up that core strength. Press the earth away. Inhale again, reach it back up. Exhale, bring it forward. One more time, inhale. Lengthen that leg all the way back. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. Good. Now bring the knee to the outside of your left shoulder or left tricep. We're still rounding the back, and then bring it to the right. Right? Bring it to the left. Bring it to the right. 2 more. Bring it to the left. You can always lower that back knee down. Bring it to the right one more time, to the left, and to the right, back to the center. Reach your legs straight back up. Bring it down. You're in downward facing dog. Lower your knees, widen your knees, big toes touch, slide your hips back. Child's pose, Balasana. Okay, so did you feel some heat come up? What did you feel mentally on that side, right? When we have to work harder, notice what happens to the mind, right? Without judgment, without being critical about it, you just notice. Good. Okay, one more deep breath in. Gather up your energy, mental energy, physical energy, and then go ahead, bring your knees back to parallel, curl your toes under, plant your hands, and float your hips up, downward facing dog. Good. Left leg this time extends all the way back. As you exhale, gather the muscles that surround your spine. Bring your knee to your nose. Press the earth away. See if you can lift the low belly up a little bit more. Inhale again. Reach it back. Exhale. Pull your knee to your nose. Pull the navel to the spine. Press the earth away. Inhale. Extend that leg back out. Exhale. Pull it in. Pull it in. Gather up. One more time. Inhale. Reach it back. Exhale. Pull it in. Good. Bring your knee to the outside of your right tricep. Right? And the left tricep. Keep breathing. You can also lower the back knee down if you need to do it with the back knee down. It's not defeat. It's wisdom. One more time. Knee to one side, the other side. Reach that leg back. Good. Bring it down. Lower your knees down, wide, big toes touch. Sit back. Child's pose. Notice breathing, relaxing, right? I always think of child's pose as a recharging pose. It's like you're plugging back in, you're gathering up your energy again, mental energy, physical energy, emotional energy. Good. All right, let's breathe back up to downward facing dog. That's it. Hips high. Hands and feet grounded. Can you feel muscles wrapping around your arm bones, your shoulders, even your 10 fingers? And then the muscles wrapping around from the neck all the way to the tailbone, your entire torso. And then the strength of the legs, the muscles wrapping around your thigh bones, your knees, your shins, your ankles, your feet, your toes, right? You've got all this muscular energy that you're drawing in to support your skeleton. Good. All right, lift your right leg, hip height. Good, pull your knee to your nose. This is a tough one for me. And then press it up and then step that foot forward. Sometimes you have to help it. It's all good. Ground the back heel down. Bend that front knee. Now, just reach your arms out to the side like you're flying. So reach from the heart to the fingertips. Pull your right hip crease back, back, back as your left front hip comes forward. Now, with the strength of the core muscles, go ahead, rise up to warrior one. So it's not momentum. The legs are pressing down. The musculature of the spine is reaching up. Warrior one. Invite the right hip to draw back, the right hip crease to draw back. The back toes may be facing more to the front of the mat like mine are. Breathe here. Good. Breathe here. Wrap the muscles around your entire spine. Good. Feel the side waist lift up to the armpits. Feel the armpits lift up. Feel the energy lift up. You might even lift your shoulders up and then relax them down as your arm bones still extend out of that shoulders on the back. Good. Open to warrior two. Warrior two. Here we are. Get down into your hips here. Front knee over the front heel. Get down into your hips. Good. And then gaze right down that right arm, right through the fingertips, the right fingertips. Get your hips down. Wrap the muscles around the strength of your feet, your ankles, your legs. Bring your hands behind your head. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lengthen the right side body to the right. That's it. Let the right arm come down to the inside of the right leg. Get down into your hips. Lift your left arm up. Extend out through your edges. Feel your inner right thigh. Receive that opening. Good. Press down through the feet, out through the fingertips, out through the crown. Get really open here. Come back to warrior two. Flip your front palm. Lift up. Lift up, 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 up as the hips descend. Good. And then windmill your arms. Frame your front foot. Step your right foot back to downward facing dog. The flow is always optional. You can come forward into high plank. Lower yourself down. Open the heart with a cobra or upward facing dog. And then breathe your way back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. What do you need in those 3 breaths? Maybe just to catch your breath. Maybe to recharge your mind about side 2. Right, so when you're doing these postures and these flows, what arises mentally is something that you need to just notice, right? You notice sometimes the mind goes, I don't like this, I don't like that, and sometimes goes, oh, I really love this, I really love that. So just notice. Notice what you're struggling with. Good, because that's really the most, the things that we struggle with most are the things that we need to look at most. Okay, second side, here we go. Left leg lifts. You're gonna pull your knee into your nose, grab the muscles around the spine, and then step that left foot forward into a lunge. Back heel anchors. Lengthen the heart forward as the left hip crease pulls back. Fly your arms out. Pause here. That's it. Pause here. So feel the strength of the arms, reaching from the heart to the fingertips, right? Can you feel, even through your 10 fingers, the musculature that's supporting the bones? That's it. Now, without momentum, go ahead, lift the body up to warrior one, using the strength of your core. Feeling how much control you have, muscular control. Pull the right hip crease back, right? Feel the left inner thigh roll back. It's like an internal rotation there. Good. Breathe, reach. We're grounding, we're reaching. Sometimes I even bring my shoulders up to my ears and then I relax them down so I can feel a nice long neck, ease through the neck, but energy through the arms. Good. One more breath. And then open to warrior two. Open to warrior two. Get down into your hips, right? And again, the body's wise, so listen to it. It'll tell you if you're going too far, but it'll also inform you if you're not going far enough. Like, oh, I'm just safe here. If you don't feel a stretch right here, not pain, but a stretch in the inner thighs, then see where you can get to feel that stretch, right? The feet are grounding, heart energy right out to the fingertips. Bring your fingertips behind your head, elbows back, press the skull into the fingertips, come over to the left, extend out. Good, let the left arm come down, press arm and leg against each other, and reach the top arm up. Good. Get into your hips. So for me, I feel a tremendous stretch and opening in my inner thigh, especially the front left inner thigh, right? Get stronger. Find more courage in the back leg to ground even more. And then extend out through your edges. If your jaw's clenched up, if you're pushing too much, relax. Relax, it's just yoga. You got it. One more breath here. Good. Rise back up to warrior two. Flip your front palm. All the muscles wrapping around the bones. Reverse your warrior. Don't let your hips rise. Stay low in your hips. And then windmill your arms, frame your front foot. Good, step back into downward facing dog. Always your choice. Does your body need to do a flow to plank pose and chaturanga, lowering down, and then upward dog or cobra? It might not need it, so you never have to do it. So you can stay in downward facing dog, or you can come down to child's pose, right? Let the wisdom of your body inform your mind. Good. And then we're going to meet in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, go ahead, walk your feet to your hands. Lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. And then with the strength of your core and your musculature, rise all the way up to standing. Palms meet over your head. And then bring the hands down to meet the heart. Good, so we're going to take the block. If you don't have a block, imagine you have a block. Or grab a book. Or you can grab a toilet paper roll. Right? Lots of stuff you can squeeze in between your thighs. So bring it up to the upper inner thigh, right? And gently, evenly squeeze that block. It's like, I always think of a Pez dispenser. You're trying to move the block back. And kind of, remember, you know, the Pez dispenser where it pushes the Pez out the back. It's a weird analogy, a weird vision, yes. Bring your hands to meet at your heart. Sit your hips back and down. But the more your hips go back, the block goes back, the more the heart lifts. So this is where we want to, instead of rounding and collapsing, we want to elevate the heart, lengthen the spine in the same amount as we move our hips back and down, right? So if you're hunched over, feel like the front heads of your shoulders move back so your heart can lift up, your collarbones broaden. Squeezing. You're going to feel some heat here. Yep, just do the best you can. Anytime you need to come out of it, you use that wisdom and you come out of it. Good. Keeping the block right there. Go ahead, fold forward, interlace your hands. Try to interlace your hands the uncomfortable way, so just shift your pinkies and rinse your shoulders here. Still squeezing the block back, feeling how the muscles of the outer legs gather to the inner legs, not just the thighs, but also from the shins and the ankles and the feet. Good. Release your hands down. Good. Now you can take that block. I like to sit on my block and move it behind your hips just a little bit. So for me, when I'm coming down into yoga squat, I like to just get deep into the hip creases, lengthen my spine forward, 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 like someone has my wrists, and then bringing my hips down. I have sensitive knees, so I'm sitting on a block. You can sit on as many blocks or books as you need. Some of you may not need that, and you'll be down with no support of your pelvis. Bring your arms inside your inner legs. Palms meet. Good. Now, in equal amounts, you're pressing inner legs and outer arms against each other. Right? Feel how the strength of the legs anchoring into the arms and the strength of the arms pushing against that inward drawing motion. Just breathe here. A few more breaths. One more breath here. From there, I'm going to take my hands behind me and you're going to come down into boat pose, Navasana. So boat pose, right? Very core building posture. And again, so instead of rounding and collapsing, let gravity have you. Feel the muscles wrap around the spine from the tailbone all the way up to the neck. So you can start by hanging onto the back of the legs so your torso and your thigh bones move towards each other in equal amounts. Good. Maybe you start to straighten the legs. If you start to straighten the legs in the back rounds, don't straighten them. Just hold them here. You're still building the strength. Maybe release one arm. Maybe release both arms. Maybe the hands are on the ground. Maybe the hands are up. Maybe the legs are up. You decide. Breathe here. The shaking is the transformation. Wrap the muscles around that spine. Wrap the muscles around the legs, around the arms. Wrap your mind around how strong you feel right here. Whether you're supported, whether you're not. One more breath. Release down. Woo. Good. Bring your legs forward. Lift your arms up. Dandasana, staff pose. As you exhale, bring your palms forward. Just roll down halfway. Good. Inhale, come up. Good. Exhale, bring your hands down, cross your legs, and come forward. Come forward. We're going to move into the squat again. Malasana, yoga squat. So if you're warmed up, maybe you try it without a block. Maybe you always need a block. For me, I have a sensitive knee, and so I honor that. I honor that. Still getting the core strength of inner legs pressing in, outer arms pressing out, spine lengthening, shoulders relaxing, breathing. Good. Ground down into your feet. One more breath. And again from there, we're going to move back into Navasana, boat pose again. It's okay if it looks messy getting down. It's all good. Okay. Lengthen from tailbone to crown. You got it. Wrap the muscles around the spine all the way up. You decide you need support with your hands behind your knees, right? Sometimes I even bring my hands to the outside of my shins and press that way. So shins and palms are pressing equal amount in and out. Spine is lifting. Maybe you let go of one hand and bring it back. Maybe the other hand, bring it back. Take 5 more breaths. Keep feeling and noticing. If you start to collapse, give yourself some support so you can lengthen the spine and wrap the muscles around the core, right? Leg muscles, arm muscles, mental muscles. Good. Take one more breath here. One more breath. And then go ahead, release it. Okay, we're going to go ahead, transition to lie on your back. Okay, let's see if you can see me here. Lie on your back. Bring your hands behind your knees and pull, guide your thighs towards your outside right and left ribs. Okay, right and left side of the body. Good. Bring the feet up as if you're standing on the ceiling, right? So if the soles of the feet are standing on the ceiling. Good. Bring your hands inside like you're just in squat, in Malasana, okay? We're doing the same Malasana squat, only we're on our backs. Good. Press your inner knees, right? And your outer arms, equal amounts into each other. Draw the navel to the spine. Now, bring your hands like your hands are on the ceiling as well. You know what the shape is if you've been practicing for a while. So this is crow on your back. And then you can go ahead if you want to lift up and squeeze. Good. You can squeeze or lifting your shoulders up, feeling that core work, right? Breathing, equal amounts, arms and legs pressing into each other. Take an inhale, draw the navel deeper towards the spine. Exhale, lower down. Okay. Take a few rock and rolls to get up. And come to downward facing dog. Super good, you guys. So getting to the core, right? Once you're in your downward facing dog, if you'd like to flow forward and take a flow, you can go ahead and do that. Let's see what time it is. Okay, good. All right. From there, downward facing dog, step your right leg forward. All right, you're going to bring your hands to the inside of your right foot. Okay, hands to the inside of your right foot. Lift your back leg up. Pull your heart forward as your right hip crease moves back. All right, I'll show you from the other side. So lengthen the spine forward. Hands are in the inside of the front foot. You can connect the inner right leg to the outer right arm. Pull it forward and feel the low belly pull up. You got it. Take that right hand to the outside of your right foot. Pull your heart forward. Lengthen forward. Reach your right arm out to the right. Gather the muscles of the spine. Maybe your left hand reaches out to the left. Flying lizard pose. Release down. Bring your right hand back in. Good. Go ahead. Step the back foot forward. Standing forward, fold. You can open your feet a little wider. Grab your elbows. Relax. Maybe swing side to side. Good. What arose for you during that sequence, right? Okay, here we go. Hands down, lift halfway up as you inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up to standing, using your musculature to lift you up as tall as you can. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then step your right foot back. So your left leg will be forward in a lunge. Lengthening the heart forward, pulling that left hip crease back, back, back. Bring the hand to the inside of your left foot, left inner foot. Good. Press the inner leg and the outer arm against each other as you invite your heart to move forward, right? Now, feel the strength of the back leg. The back leg, get courageous in your back leg, right? Knee can be up or down, but get courageous in that back leg to feel like the gravity's not pulling you down, but you've got the energy. You're drawing that musculature away from gravity. Good. Try to take the left arm underneath to the outside of your left foot. Keep extending the heart forward. Get strong and committed in that back leg and reach the left arm out. You don't have to lift it up very high at all. And then maybe drawing the courageous muscles around the spine and the back leg, lifting and reaching the right arm out for flying lizard or flying insect. Good. One more breath. You got it. Just try it. And then release. Bring your hands back in or front to frame your front foot. Lift your back knee up. If it isn't, step it forward to a standing forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Good. Open your feet wide. Again, we're going to come back down into the yoga squat, malasana. Okay, here we are. Good. My heels are lifted. That's to protect my knee. Good. So here we go. We're going to set our hands down, right? We're moving into some variations of crow. Now, if you have wrist sensitivity, shoulder sensitivity, whatever it is, and you're wise about it, you can go right to your back and do crow on your back. You're still getting all the benefits, okay? I'm going to show you a couple variations here. This is where we might feel a little fearful and we're struggling with fear. So you can put a blanket or a pillow in front of you. If you practice crow regularly, go ahead, give it a shot. If you're newer, you can bring your feet up on a perch. So we're setting our hands right below our shoulders. So step by step, we've already been squeezing our inner legs to our outer arms. Now, remember when in the beginning we did this cat posture where you're pulling your navel in, you're leaning forward, right? This is where you just want to stop, and you might feel your core working immediately. Your hips need to be higher, a little higher than your shoulders. There's some physics involved here, so you have to lean into it so you find that sweet spot. Hug the legs into the arms. Hug the core. Hug the navel in. Try not to let your head hang because it's heavy. Just look forward a bit so you elevate your head, you elevate your heart, you elevate your mood, right? Maybe one toe comes off. Maybe they just stay on the block or the ground, right? Maybe the left toe comes up. Maybe you're through with it. Good. Relax for a second. Let's come back down into Malasana and breathe. Right? Take a moment. Take a moment to observe what arose in your physical body. Is your heart beating a little faster? Right? So with crow pose, there's physics involved, right? So a lot of people, not a lot, but sometimes just lifting your head will lift your heart a little bit. Remember, our head is heavy, so if the head is down, you're pulling more weight down. So if I can, let's see if I can demonstrate for you if you're watching or you're just trying it yourself. So again, my hips are high. I'm pulling my navel in. I'm pulling my inner feet in. Right, you find that sweet spot where you're just there. I can't tell you how many times I face planted when I started practicing yoga, right? And I still, occasionally happens, right? Just try 1 or 2 more breaths. Or remember, crow on your back is the way to build up that core strength. Crow on your back, same principles. You're really pulling it in. And this is a great option if you have sensitive wrists. Okay, everybody, come back from your crow pose, wherever you're at, and find downward facing dog. Take a flow if that feels right. Good. We're going to find our way into child's pose from downward facing dog. From child's pose, if you want to try one more variation of crow, I call this baby crow, you can come onto your forearms, right? I'll try to demonstrate this way first so you see. It's like you're doing dolphin pose. Dolphin is here. It's like a downward facing dog, but you're on your forearms, right? So with baby crow, you're on your forearms. I like to bring my fingers together like this. So my index and my thumbs meet, and the rest of my fingers spread out. Okay, I'm lifting my hips up. My outer or inner knees are to my outer elbows. It's like you're gonna kiss your fingertips. You're squeezing and you're lifting. You have to get super compact. And you really have to pull all the energy into the center, right? And it's not a very long way to fall on your face in that one. Okay, everybody, relax. Roll onto your backs. Great work. Hope you feel stronger, right? With the core. Lie onto your back. Feel how good it feels to let go of that strength. Sometimes inner strength is so much harder to find than physical strength, right? The inner strength that it takes and the inner dedication and perseverance it takes to be strong at something. Not strong physically, but to be strong in a situation, like a situation we're in now, right? Some days you feel like, oh, I just want to give up, right? So knowing that tomorrow might be a lot like today. So finding first the physical strength, core strength, and then transferring that to mental strength, where you stay present, you stay dedicated, because you know it'll be worth it. All right, so lie onto your backs, pull your knees into your chest. If it feels good to roll around, you can roll around. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Let's move into baby. Right. Right, just grab the outer feet or grab the ankles or grab behind the knees. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth. Sigh out. Happy baby, blissful baby, they call it. Ananda Balasana. Relax the core. Relax your muscles. Right? You can rock side to side or stay still. Pull your knees into your chest. Allow your legs to fall to the right. See if you can keep your left shoulder anchored. Just close your eyes. Allow your strong muscles to completely surrender. Take a deep breath in. Take a long exhale out through your mouth. If it feels good to straighten your legs here, you can by all means straighten your legs. Right? This is again where you allow the body to inform the mind. Now you allow your muscles to rest, your mind to rest. Come back up to the center. And then as you exhale, allow your knees to flow down to the left side. See if you can keep your right shoulder anchored. Right? If your neck's okay, you can move your gaze towards the right or just stay with the gaze straight up. Find a sweet spot for your neck here and your jaw. Deep breath in through your nose, long breath out through your mouth, inviting that sense of, I don't need to work hard right now. My muscles just did a lot for me. My mind just did so much for me. My spirit. Maybe something new was born in you. Maybe a new attitude towards a posture. Maybe a new attitude or observance about yourself. Maybe you witness some type of cracking open. So come to find yourself in your final resting pose, Shavasana. If you want a little bit more ease for your low back, you could bend your knees and just have your inner knees rest against each other. Or you can roll up a towel or a blanket, place it under your knees. Maybe you have a bolster or some pillows. Or just straight legs out. Again, your body knows how it's most comfortable. But do try to find symmetry. Roll your palms open or place them on your belly and your heart. Right. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Release as you exhale. Release the work, the mental work, the physical work. And then notice, is there a feeling of achievement? Is there a feeling of strength? Is there a feeling of rebirth? Is there a feeling of just new energy? Could be a million different things that you are feeling, right? Notice what it is. And honor it. And then let your awareness fall away from your mind and take a focus either as yourself as a whole living, breathing human on the earth, relaxing, or maybe you pinpoint a specific area, your heart, maybe the space between your eyes, your wisdom center. Maybe it's your belly, whatever it is. Find a focus, a feeling, and relax into it. Continue to give yourself this gift of complete rest, mental, physical. This is the healing right here. This pose is the healing pose. The longer you can linger here, great. If you need to move into your daily activity, and you can slowly find your way to your seat, slowly transition out of your rest and into your day. However you choose to complete your practice, know that this practice will follow you. It's like sitting on your shoulder. The practice will be with you for the rest of your day. I'm so glad you joined me this morning, or whenever you're joining me. If you'd like to bring your palms to meet at your heart in Namaste. You can bow your head towards your heart, lift your heart towards your head, bringing the two closer together. Thanking your miraculous body, your miraculous being for showing up, and I hope you have a lovely day ahead of you. Thanks for practicing, everybody. See you next time. Namaste.